Hello, my name is Cassandra Lux, and the object that I brought with me today is my medicine bag. And this isn't just any medicine bag, it's one that I created during an Indigenous leadership course I had taken all throughout high school. And for me, it is more than an object. It carries my identity as an Indigenous person, my role as a leader, and my responsibility to serve my community. Because community matters. It matters for students, for families, for all of us. And for many, that sense of belonging begins in school. From the time I was young, I wanted to be a teacher. I loved learning, loved helping my peers, and teachers used to tell me I had a heart for teaching. I didn't really understand what that meant then, but now I do. It means that they saw something in me before I could see it myself. And in 9th grade, I started falling behind, and a teacher pulled me aside and said, if you don't make a change, you won't accomplish what you want. And that moment of care, that willingness to notice, ignited something in me. It reminded me of the kind of teacher that I wanted to become, one who notices and one who believes, one who calls students forward. But my school experience wasn't simple. I often felt out of place. My peers didn't know where to place me either. Stereotypes, bullying, ignorance, they all tried to shrink me into something that I wasn't. And I remember one group of girls in middle school who kept calling me Asian. Not as a description, but as a weapon, and after months, I finally confided in a teacher I trusted. But instead of supporting me, he asked, well, if you're not Asian, then what are you? And in that moment, I felt invisible. I found myself apologizing to him for who I was, apologizing to my own teacher for who I was. But here's what I learned. Identity cannot be erased by ignorance, and that moment taught me that curiosity is far more powerful than assumption, and it gave me the conviction to create classrooms where students never have to apologize for who they are. Thankfully, my story doesn't end there, because I also met a teacher who changed everything. My high school art teacher, Miss Cynthia Schwartz. High school was rough. I skipped classes. I didn't feel like I belonged. I ended up in detention and suspension. And one day, during an in-school suspension, Miss Schwartz invited me to sit with her. And at first, she just talked about her own struggles as a student and her journey into education. I didn't get it. And finally I asked, why are you telling me this? And she looked at me and she said, because you remind me of myself. You're warm, you're passionate, you're social, but you're lacking guidance. And if you let me, I'll light that fire in you, and by the time you graduate, I'll write you the best recommendation letter anyone has ever read, and you can go anywhere. And you can even become an art teacher yourself if you so please. And for the first time in my life, I felt truly seen. She believed in me before I believed in myself. And over the years, she gave me mentorship, opportunities, and confidence. She helped me discover my pride, my voice, and my path as a leader. Miss Schwartz showed me the kind of teacher I wanted to be, the kind who sees students not just as learners, but as whole people, and that's why I believe students benefit most from educators who have struggled themselves, because those struggles turn into empathy. They turn into understanding, they turn into bridges between a student's pain and their potential, and I want to be that bridge. I want to be living proof that no matter your struggle, poverty, grief, racism, mental health battles, identity crises, you can still rise. You can still walk that stage. You can still claim your future. And it is bright. And now, I'll be honest, public speaking has never been easy for me. I get nervous, I talk too fast, and sometimes I'm too blunt. But I've learned that vulnerability isn't a weakness, it is a gift. And if I bring that vulnerability into my classroom, paired with empathy, curiosity, and community, I can create a space where students feel valued, capable, and powerful. And that is why I carry my medicine bag. It reminds me of who I am, where I come from, and who I want to be for others. Because teaching isn't just about lessons. Teaching is about lighting fires, and I am ready to light those fires in the hearts of my students. Thank you. Tansi.